start with a poem because I love poetry, and it has been written specifically for this occasion. In the second stanza, there is a rider there. The giri eaters are people you have never heard of. They are completely creatures of my imagination. Behold, we are told, all that's sold is air, hot and cold. While the greeters never told silver, all the glitters is not gold. How effective is the current disciplinary mechanism in your own profession? If we had a little more time, I would have asked for responses from the audience, but I will not do that now because of time. What about in other professions? First of all, your own profession, and then in the other professions. And assuming that disciplinary mechanisms are the watchdogs, how or what kind of dogs are they? The disciplinary profession, the disciplinary mechanisms in your professions, what kinds of dogs are they? That's a sausage dog. It looks like a sausage and eats sausage for breakfast. It lives in the house, shares bed with the owner, is washed and shampooed, has a regular vet, and most importantly, does not bite. Some of your professions have disciplinary mechanisms which are like sausage dogs. Now that one is a Rottweiler, a beautiful dog. It means business. And I suggest that's what we need in terms of disciplinary mechanisms in our professions. It's alert, trained, fearless. It's a carnivore. It is costly. And its mating mates are vetted very closely. It means business, mbwa kali, it is effective. Unfortunately, that's what many of our professional bodies are in terms of disciplinary mechanisms. Mainly vegetarian. They are fed on clean bones. Some of my friends, when we eat meat in butcheries, they clean the bones and pack them for their dogs. They have never seen a vet or heard of one. There is no budget for the dog, and it's a popular sport, throwing stones at them. Of course, litter is expected of them. So, what type of dog is the disciplinary committee of your professional association? Common complaints. One is that clients' money is eaten. Estate agents particularly are said to have a very heavy appetite for clients' money. There is another profession which has made clients' money a staple food, but I will not mention it because I don't want to be sued. There are of course cases of real professional negligence, like operating the wrong head, presenting fake audited accounts, overvaluation of properties, and such. Then there are the mteja professionals. You pay your deposit for service, then your advisor, your professional becomes mteja. You can never get them on the phone. They don't respond to messages. They don't respond to emails. Others act without instructions or beyond instructions, and of course there are the delays. As you can see, very many of these complaints are quite generic. They cut across professions. The challenge is that our professional disciplinary mechanisms, the sanctions are very light, if any. Different penalties are imposed for similar offenses. They take too long, there is no transparency, and of course most of the disciplinary mechanisms are weak or completely dead. I have looked at models from the United Kingdom. I'm a member of the RICS, the Royal Institution of Chartered Surveyors, and I'm a member of Chartered Institute of Arbitrators. Both of them have investigating mechanisms so that once you report a complaint there, your work is done. They actually investigate and establish if you have a case. It's not up to you to investigate or prosecute. They investigate and prosecute. And they also have effective appeal mechanisms within the professional bodies. And in both cases, there are no statutory tribunals. The two professions, like all the others I know of in the UK, are 100% self-regulated. I've given two examples here, and what I want to draw here is the time limits. The Political Party Disputes Tribunal, of which I am a member, has got 3 months only to give a decision on a case from the date it is reported. I'm also a member of the Public Procurement Administrative Review Board, where we have got 21 days, absolutely 21 days, which cannot be extended. From the date a case is reported, we must give a decision within 21 days. So why our professional bodies take months and years to decide on simple cases, I don't know. Now, my proposal is that we need a new model. All the existing models we have in Kenya are not working. I'm suggesting a two-tier model. We retain self-regulation to strengthen the professional associations. Then disciplinary committees should be made up of practicing or retired members with no government appointees or members of the public. We should restrict self-regulation to one level only, no appeals within the discipline, within the professional body. So it would be completely at that level, completely 100% self-regulated. Then I'm proposing that we scrap all the existing statutory tribunals which deal with professional misconduct. There are many of them. I'm not going into details now because I don't have time. And then we establish one statutory tribunal from main or from all professions. Now, regulatory bodies like Valuers Registration Board, Estate Agents Registration Board, and the other mechanisms set up under the Advocates Act would remain, but they would not be disciplining their members. The mandate would be, this would be a multidisciplinary tribunal for professionals. It would have an extended mandate to resolve disputes, not just to take disciplinary action. And examples of what I would propose is disputes between a professional and a client, disputes between two members of a professional association, etc. Then its mandate would include mandatory mediation following Article 159 2C of the Constitution of Kenya 2010. Taking any matter filed in a professional body, any matter referred to a professional body, but a decision is not given within 30 days, would be taken over by the statutory tribunal. That would tell professional bodies to stop the games they have been playing with complaints. Then appeals from professional associations, disciplinary decisions, and I'm proposing that the statutory tribunal would have serious mandate, including imposing fines. The multidisciplinary, the main features would be that, of course, it would be multidisciplinary with one member from each profession, competitive recruitment, probably from the Judicial Service Commission. Hearings would be open to the public. That is a sign of accountability. There would be publication of all decisions made by the tribunal. Right now, when these professional bodies try their members, we have no idea what the decisions are. I'm proposing that the decisions, whether they are convictions or otherwise, should be made public. That happens in the UK with the two professional bodies I have given you examples of above, and I don't see why it should not be done in Kenya. When the case reported is about an estate agent, the panel would include an estate agent. If it's about an accountant, there would be an accountant on the bench. If it's about a lawyer, there would be a lawyer on the bench. And in any case, according to our laws, the chair of such a tribunal would obviously be an advocate. Expert evidence would be allowed just in case somebody says that a particular case is so. There would be another chance at statutory mediation. The third level would be a different ballgame. Those are the other additional features. It would be publicly funded. It would have a time limit of 1 to maximum 3 months to complete a case. It would be independent from professional associations and from the government. Administratively, it would be anchored within the judiciary because that is the arrangement now provided in our Constitution of Kenya 2010. And appeals would probably be limited to the High Court. I've put a question mark there. That's a matter for discussion. Now, the way forward, discuss and refine the proposal. That's one possibility. 2, initiate the necessary reforms if you like that model. 3, reject the model, but for heaven's sake, suggest a better model. Thank you very much.